Developing tonight, we're learning about a man living on Flint's north side who is forced to crawl in and out of his home. Can you imagine that? Mark Mitchell has been promised multiple times that a ramp would be installed, but it has not happened. Mid-MichiganNow's Courtney Bennett joins me. And Courtney, why does this man have to go through that?
Mike, Mark Mitchell is a double amputee. He doesn't have a ramp to get into his home, so like you mentioned, he crawls. Outside is where you find his electric wheelchair because it has no way of getting inside the home. Mark tells us when he first moved in, he was told that he'd be able to get a ramp, but that was more than a year ago. Tonight, there's still no ramp. Mark Mitchell has lived on Thornton Avenue in Flint for a little more than a year. Before this, he spent years at Myrtle Grove. We talked to Mark when the mobile home park was condemned, forcing everyone to leave.
Didn't know where I was going to go originally, but my friend, Uncle Mike, knew the owner of this house.
This house didn't have a ramp. However, the situation was dire for Mark. He had to be out of the mobile home where he had a ramp and was able to use his electric wheelchair. You have to leave at some point.
I have to crawl. I crawl downstairs, have to uncover the wheelchair, and hope I can get anywhere.
When he first moved into this home, he was told he'd be able to get help with a ramp.
I've been told by the city of Flint they would do it. Then they couldn't do it because we were 1 mile out of or a block out of their jurisdiction. So they transferred me over to Habitat of Humanity. They told me they would build it, and nothing.
Someone who has not stopped communicating with him is Tony Williams. When Myrtle Grove was condemned, Tony was a housing navigator at Catholic Charities.
Well, I advocated for like months, almost a solid year, trying to advocate to get him a ramp to get in and out the home.
She reached out to everyone and nothing. After leaving Catholic Charities last fall, she reached back out to the city of Flint.
They said, oh, we drove by, we saw his conditions, we're going to make sure we get him a ramp. And I gave it a couple of months.
Then the other day, she drove by Mark's home to see if a ramp was installed and found him in the same situation.
Yeah, I don't know why is it so complicated to get this man a ramp so he can enter his home without crawling.
When I lived in the trailer park, I was able to get it in the house, use it in the house, and get out and go to the store and stuff. Now, that ain't happening.
Mark hopes something will come through and he's able to get a ramp so he can no longer have to crawl or keep his electric wheelchair outside. I did talk to a city spokesperson. They told me that they are looking into this. For now, live in the studio, Courtney Bennett, Mid-MichiganNow.